Alright, in this video we're going to talk about rings and things found on the beach in 2025. Let's get into it right now. Here we go. Alright, here's a little overview of the rings and things we found. Let's start right here with the gold. We love gold. 25 gold rings in 2025. How about that? So, we did return 8, so you'll see actually 15 here. I got one missing here, and I did sell that one. I'll put a picture up there. It was actually the best ring I found all year, but my friend wanted to give it to his wife for her anniversary, so I'll let it go. I usually don't let them go to any year, but that particular one was a beautiful, beautiful ring. We're going to weigh some of these out and check what they actually go for in just a minute, but first we're going to kind of just look over everything real briefly to start. These are all sterling silver rings up here. And how many sterling silver was it? 53! We did give one return sterling silver ring. So we got 52 sterling silver rings right there. Unbelievable, man. I'm just loving it. And we had 3 platinums, but all 3 of those were actually given back to the owners. So I don't have them here. Now, we have 39 of corrosion resistant. These will be stainless steel, tungsten carbide, things that are resistant to corrosion and stuff. And we did actually give four returns on those. So we got 35 here plus 4 more, 39 total. Not bad. Now we didn't return any costume jewelry rings this year. So what you see here is 60 costume rings that we recovered this year right there. Now, I did dig, of course, when you're digging that, you're digging a bunch of other stuff. These are 3 sterling silver bracelets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sterling silver chains. We got earrings and different things, and gold. We got a gold, let me see if I can zoom in on that. There you go. Little pendant, another little piece of gold, another gold cross, another gold little boy there. So we did get some other gold too, but the main thing we'll concentrate on are the rings. I tell you what, let's get started right now and take a look at some of them. Alright, we actually had 27 returns this year. Sometimes I got calls, wouldn't look at them. Sometimes I actually found them and returned them to the people, found the people. So different ways that we get them back to people. But I'm going to just talk about a couple of them in here. Actually, 16 of them were rings. The rest of them were other things, including this right here, gold chain. A big, beautiful gold chain. I even put it on the wall for a little bit. It was awesome. The guy was super happy to get that back. As you know, I gave back 4 corrosion-resistant rings, which are tungsten carbide, stainless steel, titanium, stuff like that. And you might wonder why people, they're not worth that much. Why do people get it? It's the sentimental value goes along with a lot of these rings. I remember one of them I found, he had actually engraved inside about how much he loved his twin kids that had been born there. He wore it ever since they were born. It's kind of like a memento. But it meant so much. He actually cried when he lost the ring, they said, and he was just so upset about it. We were really happy to get that one back to him. But sometimes the sentimental value is more than the intrinsic value, what it's worth. Another one I had there, it was gold. It was over $2,000 ring, but the ring, they had just gotten married, meant so much to them because the guy said, I was supposed to wear this for the rest of my life. And he had 8 days and lost it. So anyway, a lot of the times it's the sentimental value goes along with the ring when you're recovering these rings for people. All right, when you're on the beach, you're always digging junk jewelry. There's lots of costume jewelry out there, and all this is just costume jewelry right here. Some of it might be able to be used again, even though it's, not anything valuable. That one doesn't have a hook on, but, stuff that looks pretty, but that was actually broke. There's nothing on the back of that one. Some of it's pretty, and sometimes I'll save it. I throw a lot away on when I'm digging. I throw a lot of it just in the trash. But if it's something I think I can clean up or might be able to use, sometimes I'll save it. The kids just want to play with it. We'll do that sometime. But that is some of the junk. Just some of it right there. A lot of y'all ask me, what's a gold ring worth? This is actually the last gold ring I found right here. 14 karat. We'll put it on the scale. 9.1 grams. Value today, maybe not when you watch the video, but the value today is around $642 for that one ring right there. That's not counting the diamond. And that diamond is flawless. I've looked at it on a microscope and do not see any imperfections in it. So I haven't got that grade yet, but 642 right there. All right, let's look at another one. Here's another 14K right here. This one, it's not that great a shape, but let's see what it weighs here. 8 grams. It's going to be around $563 for that ring right there. So metal detecting can be profitable. But let's look at a small one. Here's just a little tiny gold ring right there. This one weighs 14 karat, right at 1 gram. 1 gram is still worth 70 bucks right there, just for that one little ring. Now the wife's going to be keeping a couple. I'm going to show you a couple ones she's going to be keeping here. Here's one right here. And that one's going to weigh 14 karat, 2.09, somewhere around that. 105 bucks. She's taking it out of my pocket. That's one she'll keep, and she definitely wants this one. It's like a sunflower. I've never seen one like that. That was a really cool looking ring. And that one is 10K, but it's 3.42. So it's $172 right there in gold. And I know one more here she wants to keep. This is the second to last one I found. This kind of got 2 stones. It was really clear. You couldn't see what color the stones were when I found it. But anyway, that's a 14 karat, 1.96, $138 right there. That comes about 415 bucks for the wife's rings anyway. But we got to take care of the wife. All right, let's talk sterling silver just for a minute. When you find sterling silver rings, most of the time they are super corroded because they've been being in salt water. I have cleaned, and my grandson cleaned this one right here. Let me push this focus in here. Check that one out right here. He worked on that thing for hours and cleaned it. That thing was black when I got it out, and he got that thing looking like brand new. It's actually a Navajo ring. It's signed in there, but that's a really pretty ring right there. I like that one. Some of these have been cleaned, like I say. I cleaned a few of these. You can see that they look clean, but some of them definitely have not. There's a wave rings that are going to have to be clean, and another one's got to be clean. And it takes time to clean some of these. So, all right, silver chains are the same way. You see how dark that one is right there. That one's got to be completely clean. That one's got to be clean. I may have cleaned one of these here. That one doesn't look bad. Sometimes you find them that haven't last long and they don't look too bad. This right here is beautiful. This is signed. This is a definitely a Navajo type ring. You can see inside it's signed right there. It's got sterling written right there. It is heavy. It's got inlays in it too, some type of stone inlays all the way around. So that's really pretty right there. Here we got a bracelet of sterling silver. My wife might have a couple. I did find some other Pandoras, and she's got lots of Pandora I've found for over the years. That one was actually brokered, so I'll just sell this as scrap right there for sure. All right, everything you see was found with a knocked up triple score. The machine has been good to me this year. You see I put this right on the top. I'm in the water a lot, underwater a lot, and this helps the top float up when I drop it and fall to the bottom. This floats the handle up, so I just grab the handle. It can go down, dive in. I have not really dove with it yet, but I've gone in the water and I've kept this head on the water all day. Never had a problem with it leaking. The last machines I had, if y'all been watching me, I sent many of them back because they flooded. This one never flooded, and I've had it, like I said, underwater for 8 hours in a day. So, great machine right there. I love it. Anyway, it's been a good year. We found a lot of good stuff. That's just beach finds. We did have hit the field and found some other things, but that'll be another video. But as far as the beach goes, we've done really well. But the beach technically has been sanded in a lot this year. It's been really hard to take. A lot of my friends have had trouble, because of so much sand. We were at a beach yesterday, and it was all sand. Everything on the whole East Coast, even my friends up in the northern part of the United States, said even they say that their beaches have been sanded in. So it's been a rough year for beaches. You want to get those storms that actually uncover it. Y'all remember within the last few years here, I had a cut that was over my head, 6 feet tall, where it just straight dropped. And, that exposes a lot of things. And that's what you want to see, to really get down to the stuff that people lost. And it's kind of like gold silt, you know, where it drags the sand off and leaves the heavy stuff on top of the sand, and that's what you want. Gold is heavy, one of the heaviest things out there. So lead, gold. When you start finding lead, you know you could be finding gold too. So anyway, it's been a great year. I'm not complaining at all. I'm actually making this video a little bit early. I think it's November 7th. And I normally wait till the end of December, but with the gold prices like they are, I'm ready to get rid of some of my gold. I want to cash in while it's still higher. You never know what's going to be. It could be higher, but I'm going to go ahead and probably get rid of some of my stuff, take care of all my rings. I'll be doing a thing on Whatnot. My friend runs a little shop on Whatnot, and I'll be filling y'all in if y'all are interested in buying any of the rings I found here. So I'll be posting that later on in one of my videos. Anyway, we'll do a final update near the end of the year, one of my weekly updates, and tell you how many more rings we found between now and the end of the year. All right, hope y'all enjoyed that. I appreciate y'all coming along with me on all my hunts, good and bad. Don't forget to click like, comment below, share, and subscribe to the Gigmaster. We'll see you tomorrow on another adventure. Stay tuned.